In the year 447, a man rode toward the walls of Constantinople, the most heavily fortified city in the world, capital of the Eastern Roman Empire, protected by walls that had never been breached. He didn't attack. He didn't need to. He just waited, and the Romans paid him 2,100 pounds of gold just to turn around and leave. His name was Attila, and he did this so many times to so many empires that historians are still trying to calculate exactly how much gold he extracted from the ancient world. Attila was born around 406 AD into the Hunnic Empire, a nomadic confederation of tribes from Central Asia that had been pushing west for decades, displacing every people in their path. The Huns were already feared across Europe before Attila was born. Under him, that fear became something else entirely. When Attila came to power alongside his brother Bleda, they immediately went to work. They renegotiated their treaty with Rome, doubling the annual tribute the Romans were already paying. Then they invaded the Balkans, destroying city after city, pushing further into Roman territory than any Hun had gone before. Then Attila murdered his brother and kept everything for himself. Alone in power, Attila turned his attention west. He invaded Gaul, modern-day France, with an army so large that ancient sources describe it as covering the horizon. The Romans, desperate, did something they had never done before. They allied with the Visigoths, their former enemies, to stop him. At the Battle of the Catalonian Plains in 451, they fought Attila to a standstill. It was the closest anyone ever came to defeating him in open battle. Attila retreated. Then he turned south and invaded Italy. City after city fell. Milan, Padua, Aquileia, a city so completely destroyed that it essentially ceased to exist. The Roman emperor sat in his palace and did nothing. Attila marched toward Rome itself. And then something strange happened. Pope Leo I rode out to meet Attila personally. Just the Pope and a small delegation, riding toward the most feared man in the world. Nobody knows exactly what was said. Attila turned around and left Italy without attacking Rome. Some said it was a miracle. Others say it was plague spreading through his army. Others say he was simply satisfied with what he had already taken. Attila died in 453, not in battle, not by assassination. He died on his wedding night. Historians believe he had a severe nosebleed in his sleep and drowned in his own blood. The man who had made two empires pay him tribute, who had destroyed hundreds of cities, who had turned around an entire invasion based on one conversation with a pope, died in bed. His men were so devastated they cut their own faces so that the greatest warrior who ever lived would be mourned in blood rather than tears. He was buried in a secret location in 3 coffins, 1 gold, 1 silver, 1 iron. The men who buried him were killed to keep the location secret. It has never been found. Rome limped on for another 20 years after Attila's death, but it never recovered from what he had done to it. Many historians point to Attila as one of the key reasons the Western Roman Empire collapsed in 476, just 23 years after his death. He never conquered Rome. He never needed to. He just bled it dry and let it fall on its own.